it feels to me that this might be the last normal Christmas for some time. I'm not saying we're never going to have the good time again, but I think we have too many pressure points around us right now to be optimistic about the next few years and thinking it's not going to be different. It might be that maybe we'll look back to this time sometime in the future and we're going to think, oh, that was the last good time before things went south a little bit. Because if you think about this, every major country in the West is at the edge. We now see the same things happening all over Asia, South America, Middle East, maybe in Africa still a little bit less. I don't know enough, although there's always something horrible going on down there, right? If you think about it, it's like there's no other place left around the whole planet where it feels normal. Normally, every other year, I would think that this time around, Black Friday and Christmas period, season, and I still call it Christmas, it's not holiday season, I would not feel exactly excited. Quite the opposite. I was never a big fan of Black Friday and all this, madness around shoppings But I think this year I'm going to look a little bit different. I want to look at things a little bit different because for that reason I just said, maybe, and maybe not, but maybe this is really the last time for the next few years where it all feels nice, when we still have this moment of reflection and we can actually do it. Because with one of those things which are quite bad right now, the economy, geopolitical tensions, climate, anything really, immigration, if one of those things go really bad, then it probably will drag everything else with it. And there's so many inflation points right now globally that it's almost impossible to avoid one or two popping off. So this season feels differently, the weather is different, but many people will feel differently. We struggle more than ever. We have a financial cost of living crisis. It's not fully blown a financial crisis yet, but I suppose this will lead to, or we'll find out. Just tomorrow or today, as you're watching this video, our beloved leadership in the UK is going to treat us with the new budget, which is, as everybody expects, is going to destroy whatever is left out of the economy in the UK. Electricity prices gone through the roof everywhere. People can't afford heating. People can't afford proper shopping. People can't afford... I see stories on the internet from people working full-time jobs in the UK. Right, we're talking about UK. We're not talking about a third world country, although I would argue how close we are to be called this. People working full-time jobs, they're not being able to afford proper food throughout the day. So quite often they need to choose who's eating. They mean that their kids will eat proper, better food, and parents will eat less. This is something you would never imagine. I would never imagine I'll see it as an immigrant in any of the Western countries. I remember stories about this from Poland, post-Soviet era and pre-Soviet, communist Poland, where there was basically shortage of everything, not enough food. You were given a special notes so you can actually exchange it for a part of food, strict quantities per person. And it feels like we're getting to that point now here in the West. It feels like this Christmas period, it might be a calm before something bigger going on. It still might happen before Christmas. We still have a month. And in today's world, 1 month can change everything. I mean, we almost don't remember what it was like 3 months ago, right? Not to mention a few years ago. But what you can see, that people really feel uneasy everywhere. People feel the pressure. We feel that the financial system is literally shaking, that the conflicts are unavoidable. Our leadership is openly trying to tell us this, making it more like trying to get us used to, at least mentally, to prepare, that it can go off any moment. And when it does, we are expected to kind of be part of it, and nobody wants to. You see, that's the problem, right? We've been living in the times, the last few decades, where we were taught not to be part of the country or the culture, not to believe anything. Everything is fine. It's all going to be all right. It's always going to be great forever. Everything is going to go up, economy, everything. But we got to that point now when that is no more. I think it cannot be even expected. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Energy, food, mortgages, everything is going up. Inflation, everything apart from wages, everything including your taxes, our taxes. And many people will feel this pressure like never before. I feel, as it used to be before, Black Friday was more like about probably celebration. Hey, let's spend some money to celebrate coming Christmas, maybe get some presents. I feel like now it's going to be quite often for many people this coping mechanism when they will just try to buy themselves peace of mind, temporary, get themselves feel a bit better. Maybe they can get some piece of clothes or anything just to forget. And I think I'm going to do a similar thing. Like normally, I would ignore Black Fridays. I would ignore that period, trying to be, against this consumptionism, consuming the West. But I think now, maybe, it's going to be the last period, which one day in the future we look back thinking, with the sentiment, thinking that was quite a good time. So I'm going to use this time, not to spend money, although I might buy some, not me, sorry, Father Christmas, right? I don't know if kids are watching, my kids. I'm going to use it to get some things, but mostly, and I would advise I would maybe encourage you to focus on this time more than ever, more than before, as something nice, as something you want to calm down, maybe slow down a little bit, maybe you want to spend some time either by yourself or with your close friends and family, just to appreciate how good we've had up until now. Because the good days are not given, they're not promised. And we've had many of them in the past. If you look, it wasn't like this everywhere. There are many countries, many people struggling. I have been struggling all over the places. Of course, in this country as well. But we've been so distracted recently by, immigrants, non-immigrants, politics, this and left and right and Labour, Conservative. It's just so tiring. Trump, this, And maybe now, maybe this year, using this little Black Friday magic, maybe it's going to give you some long-awaited rest mentally. Maybe even for a weekend, maybe for a few weeks if you can, maybe at least until end of the year. Because when the January comes, it's on its own quite often difficult. People are struggling financially, they need to catch up with all the spending. People going often into debt because of the Christmas, because they want to have nice memories. They want to get good Christmas for their families and kids. So maybe use that time, whichever way you want it. I would advise you probably spend less, but be more present, be more conscious, less financially, but be more, with your head, with your brain, with your feelings, with your heart. But maybe it's a good time. Because there's no way, literally no way, things can go back to normal without first going into this total destruction phase. Everybody's talking about peace here, peace there, but everybody knows, we all know it's not going to happen. It's not going to be the way, at least we think, peace is going to guarantee anything. No, it might even delay a little bit things, or it's going to get worse later, or people will not agree to the peace. Whichever place of the world you place this, Russia or Middle East or wherever, it's just getting more and more. And there is no way around this, the way I see it. If you think different, let me know. If you think we can avoid it, it can go back to normal, I'd love to know how. Maybe I can't see it, but And bear in mind, I'm quite optimistic person in general. So Christmas this year became a pressure test, because we will try to recreate normal Christmas during abnormal times, during very, very challenging times. And this year, I'm giving myself a permission to do so. It's almost like, it's like last dance before the ship going down and stuff like this. It's like, you remember when the Titanic was going down, they were still dancing, right? People, and playing music, because they refused to just get into this mode like that's over. Let's have some last moments of normality and hope, and whatever happens, happens. And I feel like, I'm overall optimistic. It's just going to be a difficult period in our lives, which I accept. It's coming our way. It's heading here. But maybe it's a good time now to just focus on, hey, it's good. It's still good. Look, I'm here recording this video because that sun is just too good to be missed. Because tomorrow I'm going to be pissing down the rain. I was in Manchester over the weekend. It was great. Actually quite nice. I like the city and everything, but the miserable weather, oh my god, it was just pissing down rain every moment of my stay. So whenever I see weather like this and I have a moment, I'll go out, either here or wherever I am, just to enjoy that sun a little bit. So it's the same mentality I want to put around Christmas and even Black Friday, which normally it would not be some sort of time where I'm interested in anything else but just shutting down my computer and not being part of. I'm actually going to be part of a little bit. Normally parents and people would feel guilty about many things, but I think, how about we don't feel guilty this year? Like, I'm giving you permission to feel happy, to spend that time on your terms. Like, just if it's money you want to spend it. If you want to be on your own, be on your own. But maybe just try to be optimistic about what was, not what is coming. Let's focus on how good we've had up until now. If you had good time, if you get good family, it's important. See, we are all tired. And as you know, when you're tired at work, you take holiday. And that 1 or 2 weeks makes all the difference. It gives you time and energy, mostly energy, to actually carry on for another 6 months until you can take another week off, right? And we haven't had that time off in our lives when it comes to politics and geopolitics and all of these issues we are bombarded with constantly for quite some time. And like I said, things are not looking well, so maybe we can just do it ourselves a little bit better and take this time to just rest, recharge as much as you can, and just get ready mentally for uncertain times ahead. Appreciate this one. It might be the last one where we feel it's good. It might be the last one where we will be looking back thinking, I remember that time. That was it. I wished I spent more time with my kids, my family, or less time worrying. Because there will be enough time to worry about things, I'm guarantee you. There's no need to worry ahead. There will be time if we have to worry. And right now, maybe we still have time to actually chill a little bit. I'm not predicting a final total collapse, destruction. I'm predicting challenges and difficult time. What we think is hard now, it's not where we are yet. What we think we can't afford is not where we are. I think we might actually get to the point where we will appreciate things more. We will waste less. We will own less. And you know where that comes from, right? Will we be happy? Time will show, time will tell. But we will be still there, doing what we can do most, going about our lives. Maybe our kids will not even be able to understand this. Maybe they will look at back saying, God, Dad, Mom, you've had so good. Why were you not happy? And we are quite often not, right? I mean, I am facing this every day, getting some problems and challenges I need to face with this and that. Being an adult in the room, quite often it's difficult, and I can feel it. But it's probably going to get worse. Yeah, I know, it's not super Christmassy, happy episode. but it's the real one. And actually, if you think about this, what I'm saying, if you feel this way, it's probably gonna make you feel a little bit better. It can actually give you a little bit more. It can release the pressure. So enjoy it. Be present. Let's not be grumpy. Let's spend some time outside. Maybe let's go somewhere. And if the good times are still here next year, then I can't see it as like we're not going to be regretting, right? We spent a good time this year. It's not going to be, oh my God, why was I so happy last year if this year is still good? Like, that's not going to happen, right? So it's actually win-win, whatever way it goes. If we spend quality time this year, I can't see this as a losing strategy. Would you agree? Let me know what you're thinking. How do you want to spend the next month? What I'm going to do, I told you, I'm going to spend this Friday. I'm going to gear up for Christmas. And then for the next few weeks, I'll try to worry less and prepare for the time where we actually be, this 10 days away, off. I'm not going away anyway, but being off. So we can actually play, watch movies, silly movies, doing silly things, walking around, getting dirty, doing all these things. And then January comes, and if I have to worry, then I'll worry then. But we figure out, we get it through. We always do. Celebrate these moments because they might actually become really rarer. If you really have worries about food, health, these are the things we need to worry about. But if you are, given a good health, your family, that is something to be really happy about. If you're not so much, maybe be happy about the past days, past times with your family and friends. Nothing is forever. We're not here forever. We sometimes forgetting this, right? We think we are here forever and just always going to be like this. But we're not. And things are changing constantly. Always have been. Yeah, I'll leave you with this. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. What you think? How do you want to spend your next few weeks? What do you do maybe to stay positive? Maybe you can give advice to others who watch and will think, how can I make it a bit more optimistic? Let us know. Go out, enjoy the sun when you can. When you are watching this video tomorrow, it's probably not going to be very sunny, at least not in my part of England. Let me know where you live in the UK or in the West. What's your plan for the next few weeks? Do you celebrate Christmas or not? And if you're not celebrating because it's not your religion, it's fine. But maybe it's a good time to spend it with family. Because when the bad times come, and they come, it's not going to be like they're not going to be sparing non-Christians. It's going to affect everyone, right? So keep smiling, stay positive, but be aware, be conscious. And if you like this video, please leave me a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you're not subscribing yet. Thank you everyone for all your support, comments, likes, views. I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's be happy. Cheers.